And we're back. So what we are making now is we're taking our cheesecloth. This is just kind of all folded up. And it's a cheesecloth that you dyed with tea. And the only way I did that is I made a cup of tea and I put like 8 strong black tea bags in it, as little water as possible to make this whole, I think I had 9 yards for 9. So you just need a yard of cheesecloth per lantern, probably less. So you just want to make a really strong cup of black tea to dye it with. And I'm going to take about 2 feet. And this is all depending on how much darker you might want your lantern or lighter. Because this has several layers of it and you can just have 1 or 2 in there. Anyway, so I'm just cutting the cheesecloth. And it looks this thin, but it actually opens up. I think it's 2 feet wide. And you do want to open it up. So that's what we're gonna do. La-di-da. I don't know where you guys are all from, but I'm from Chevy Chase, Maryland. And I've been doing Druid dance since it started. I was always fascinated by that. By the passage in Outlander where Claire goes to with Frank to the standing stones, and they watch the Druids dance, and that dance and that music just really always fascinated me, as well as the description in the book. So here we have Mod Podge, which is glittered. I'm gonna pour some in my little plastic container. Fun thing I just found, this is some old Elmer's glue that's also glitter. I like glitter, so here we go. I'm gonna put that in my hand. Might have to get it to come out. Yeah, so when I saw that dance, I just kind of went nuts and went, I have to do it. I really had to do it, and I got dancers together from Williamsburg, and 9 of them. And this was back in 2015. So now I take my Elmer's glue, not the Mod Podge as much, the Elmer's clear glue, and I'm going to smear it all over the plastic. Oh, yes, plastic gloves. Absolute necessity for this. I wouldn't even try to get this stuff on your bare hands. So, yeah, I'm putting it all over the outside and a little bit on the edge of the inside. And then on the handle, all around the handle, including the bottom. Then I have, yes, newspaper over here, not on the dining table. Take the Mod Podge in my hand. I'm going to start smearing it all over the cheesecloth. Cheesecloth's about smeared with glittered Mod Podge. You don't have to worry about this being too together or spread out. Wrinkles are desired in making it. That's what makes it look cool. All right, so it's not even all spread out. Now some people put some water in it, water it down, but I didn't, and it worked out fine. But you do want to spread out the cloth. So once you got your cloth, take it. Now that was not supposed to happen, but luckily it did not stick. Okay, so I'm gonna first start trying to get the cheesecloth around the edge of the Coke bottle, and just kind of go around and get it all covered that way. And as you can see, it's also covering the handle. So there we are. That was one time around, but now you want to start to let some wrinkles happen, because that's what looks cool and makes it look very Druid-like, I suppose. So I'm gonna twist it up and around and let it have some diagonal pulls, very nature-like, and it starts to spiral around it. It looks a little thin up here for me, so I'm gonna double that again, do another round. And now we've got a couple of nice layers here. And now it's spiraled around the handle. And this is one part I have not figured out so well. So we kind of have a tail here, which we don't need. So I'm going to cut that. And I left myself a couple inches at the end. I'm going to try to unravel it a little bit. See, I pulled on it, unraveled it, and pull it up on the handle. So the bottom of the handle is covered, and then you're pulling these the cheesecloth up and around and up and around and kind of bring it around to the handle. The handle you do want to be thicker and softer so that the grip is nice. So you can pull this in various diagonals. The diagonal pull to make it on the bias will be best. I'm taking the Mod Podge and putting on my fingers, and now I'm really smearing the handle with the Mod Podge, because the Mod Podge is going to then solidify over a month, and it's going to make it a little more waterproof and become much harder, so that all of this will not be moving around. It's not moving around much anyway, but definitely the handle, you want to have more glue on the handle than anywhere else. And there is, it is. I'm going to try to fix, no, this has to be fixed a little bit. Ta-da. And you are going to put decorations around this part, so you won't see that part and you won't see much of this part. But and then also people are going to be holding the handle. So I'm trying to smooth it out as I'm talking to you, but showing you, no, it's not perfect and it's not meant to be. Nature is not. We just want spirals and diagonals around it. There it is. And now we're going to set it out to dry for a good 2 days. And then it takes a month to, quote, cure, meaning the Mod Podge takes a month for it to really harden completely. And then it can really last a long time. Thank you. Linear in the video.